Most people don't even remember the pack house has a dungeon. I do, though. I have a little room in the back that used to be a solitary confinement cell. I have a cot and an old tattered blanket to keep me warm. I even scored a lamp out of the trash. It still works. So, I have light to do my homework. Oh, yeah, I should introduce myself. My name is Talia, but no one calls me Talia except for teachers on the first day of schooling. I'm more popular as the wolfess. I'm a werewolf in the Red Moon Pack. Since I'm an orphan, I'm not completely sure how old I am, but pretty sure I'm 16. Also, I'm an Omega, which means I'm a servant. My job is to make the meals for the werewolves who live in the pack house. Between making breakfast and dinner for over 100 wolves, cleaning up after them, and restocking the pantries of the ranked members' apartments on the 3rd and 4th floors, I do normal teenager stuff. Except, I don't have a lot of spare time to do so. Homework is the extent of living my teen life. Right now it's 11:30 in the night. I'm putting the finishing touches on my English essay when I hear the door of the dungeon slam open. Great. Now what did I do? It doesn't take much. Alpha Edward is an alcoholic. It's really difficult for werewolves to get drunk, which means you have to drink heavily to feel the effects. This means he probably had a fight with Luna Layla about his drinking, which means she locked him out of their room, which means he has come down to take out his anger on me. Just an average Tuesday in the pack house. I know the drill. I'm already on my feet waiting for him. Alpha Edward, what can I do for you? I ask with my eyes looking at the floor. I keep my hands clasped in front of me, trying to look as small as possible. Without a word, a whiskey bottle whizzes past my ear and smashes against the wall above my cot. I flinch and can't help but start to tremble and hug myself. Whatever is about to happen, it's going to be worse than usual. Numbness surrounds me. Is this what being dead is like? It's peaceful, but a little bit boring. At least I don't have to feed the pack. Oh, dang. I didn't get a chance to turn in that English essay. It was a good one, too. The constant soft beeps are soothing. I don't know how long I've been dead, but I feel like I want to open my eyes, ready to take on the afterlife. After what seems like forever, I'm able to open my eyes and find I'm alone in soft comfort in a brightly lit, clean room. This is the afterlife? Maybe this is some sort of waiting area. But where's the lobby? Is there a receptionist? My mind slowly becomes more clear and I realize I'm not dead. I'm in the pack hospital. I need to leave before the Alpha finds me outside the dungeon. I can barely move my body. Every move causes excruciating pain. I start to panic, making the beeps in the room become faster. Oh, I'm hooked up to a bunch of machines. I try to figure out how to unhook them so no one hears the noises. Too late. I hear people in the hallway getting closer. I try to sit up. I need to ignore the pain. I have to escape. I slowly slide off the side of the bed. My legs were wobbly. The tubes and wires sticking out of me prevent me from getting too far. The door opens, and the pack doctor comes in with a nurse. The doctor is an older person.
Talia, you're awake. Let's get you back on the mat, shall we?
The doctor says gently. He and the nurse come to either side of me and reach out to hold my arms. A deep growl escapes my chest. Don't touch me, I snap, shaking them off. My voice is scratchy and raw, and my mouth feels like 1,000 needles are poking into it.
It's all right, Talia. No one is going to hurt you here. We're trying to help you heal. Let's get you back to it, and I'll get you a drink of water.
The doctor raises his hands in surrender. I look at him hesitantly before the nurse hands me a cup of water with a straw. The water feels good on my throat. The doctor sits in the chair beside the bed as the nurse checks my vitals and starts messing with the tubes and wires attached to me.
Talia, you had surgery to remove hundreds of shards of glass from your back. We also had to reset some ribs, your jaw, and you had a lot of wolfsbane in your blood. We gave you a transfusion to clear it from your system so you could heal. You're lucky your wound isn't so serious.
Sure about that last part, Doctor? I think to myself,
When the pack realized breakfast had not been prepared, Tony went to get you and then found you on the ground in your, room.
he looked at me with sympathy.
Talia, who did this to you? It's a crime. That could be grounds for banishment from the pack.
I can't answer him. I stare at my hands on my lap quietly. How can I tell him Alpha Edward is the one who caused this? There's no way he'd believe me. Even if he did, what are they going to do? Banish the Alpha? Fat chance of that. I decide my best move is to just shake my head no. I don't want to get out of the pack for lying. I have nowhere to go. I would be nothing.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. When do you turn 17?
He looks at the papers inside his folder. I don't know exactly, sir. I say honestly. He looks at me with a furrowed brow. He glances at the nurse and asks her to give us privacy for a few minutes. Am I in trouble? I just woke up. I don't know what I could have done.
You don't know your birthday, Talia?
My father brought me here when I was a baby. He was a bad guy. Alpha Edward, well, I feel my face burning with embarrassment. My hands tremble and tears threaten to escape my eyes. I didn't think I would have to tell the story to the doctor. I thought everyone already knew. My father was a bad guy. Alpha Edward ended his life for coming into pack territory without permission. They didn't realize he was carrying a baby until they unzipped his jacket and saw I was tucked inside. It was a miracle I survived. Since I was just a baby, they couldn't just get rid of me, but they didn't know anything about me. I was wrapped in a blanket that had the name Talia embroidered on it. So that is what they called me. My father could have been a kidnapper for all I know. The only reason they gave me the last name Jackman, the only form of ID he had was a library card that said Brian Jackman on it. I've tried an internet search for his name on the computer in the school library before. Nothing comes up in the search.
You don't need to finish. I know what happened to your father.
Well, after that happened, Luna Layla took me in until I was old enough to start school. Then she moved me into the dungeon. I've kind of been on my own since then. I never found out when my actual birthday was. And to be honest, you're the first person who has ever asked. I mean, I guess I'm 16. My wolf hasn't woken up yet. The doctor nods, looking at me with pity, almost like he cares. He asks me a few more questions about my medical history. There's nothing to speak of. I don't remember ever being treated by a doctor before. He closes the folder and tucks his pen into his shirt pocket.
Well, I know you haven't had a chance to look in the mirror yet, but when you do, you may find you look a little different. Don't be alarmed. I've done as many tests as I could think of, and it is not medically related.
Yes, sir? I assume he means I'm healing faster, but why did he need me to look in the mirror? Why not just tell me? I look at the nurse who is staring at me. When she realizes I caught her, her eyes dart away. What's that about? Okay, lady. Rude?
I'll leave you now.
You can go in the bathroom and wash up. Just take that bowl with the IV solution with you. There are lounge shorts and fresh underwear in the bag. You need to leave the hospital gown on until your back heals. All right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Diane. She nods and leaves the room. It's the first time in my life people have been kind to me. I mean, I think it's part of their job, but still. All I have known so far were insults, physical misery, and hard work. Never any kindness. Never any. I feel like I can trust the doctor, but I'm still wary of Nurse Diane. The way she stared at me just now makes me uncomfortable. I pick up the duffel bag and go to the bathroom. I avoid looking in the mirror. Everything in the bathroom is fresh. There's a shower, but I'm worried the pressure of the water will hurt my back. I decided to fill the tub halfway and get in. The water is warm and soothing. There's a washcloth and a fresh bar of soap. I clean myself until the water is gross. I drain the tub, wipe out the ring of dirt around the edge, and fill it again. The water is not nearly as dirty as this time when I finish washing. I find it hard to raise my hands, but I don't want to call the nurse to help me. I gently wash my hair, dry off, and wrap the soft towel around my head. There's a toothbrush and a small tube of paste on the shelf by the sink. I'm living in the lap of luxury in the PAC hospital. I pick them up and start brushing my teeth. I can't avoid it anymore. I need to look in the mirror. I finally worked up the courage to take a peek. What I see makes me drop the toothbrush. My face is still covered in bruises, but that's not what made me drop the toothbrush. The iris of my left eye is violet. Not like a shade of blue that could be a little purple in the right light. No, my right pupil is still the drab gray I'm used to, but my left pupil looks crazy. I blink my eyes hard a few times. Still the same. I tried rubbing my eye, but it doesn't make a difference. There's no mistaking it. My eye is bright, practically glowing. Violet. The 2 days seem to last forever. I'm not complaining, though. I've never gotten so much in my life, and as a bonus, I get 3 meals a day. 3. I keep looking in the mirror. I can't get over how weird my purple eye looks. I wake up on the 2nd day and go to the bathroom to freshen up. I stare at myself in the mirror for the millionth time. My left eye is still violet. Now my right eye seems like it's starting to turn violet as well. There was nothing I could do about it, so I decided to try not to worry. Since Red Moon is a pretty big PAC, we have a high school on PAC territory. The library has a really big werewolf lore research section. I will do some research during lunch. As I tilt my head to the side to brush my hair, I notice a chunk of my hair has changed color. Instead of my normal mousy brown, it is silvery gray. Okay, seriously now. And what is going on? What is happening to me? Is this a trick? Is there bleach in the shampoo or something? If it is a trick, it isn't funny. I pick up the bottle and smell it. It smells like strawberries, not bleach. Weird. I have never heard of a wolf's eye or hair color changing when they are coming of age, but that's what the doctor thinks is happening.
Hey, I'm Marcy. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Alpha's Bride.